Internet. How are you? It's Ryan here at Digital Plumber. Hope you're doing great. Hey, so we get asked this question a lot. A lot of the companies we work with, again, they're just like you. They're HVAC companies, they're electrical companies, they're plumbing companies. Uh, you know, you know who you are, right? You're not used to being around like technical stuff or computer jargon or marketing terms, and so someone comes into your office and says, "Hey, you should buy a phone book ad," or "Hey, you should consider buying this billboard," or "Hey, we should build a website." You don't always know what's important, what's not important, and if something is important, what does it mean? So one of the terms that gets talked about a lot, especially in anything with internet marketing, so this is websites, this is guys who are saying, hey, they're going to do leads for you, whatever, is SEO. You've probably heard this before. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. Makes sense, right? Search engine optimization. Now, when we talk to people, sometimes they're all over the board about what SEO means, right? Like, so they'll call and go, "Hey, is that keywords? Like making sure we say the right things?" Well, yes, that's part of it. There's a lot more. So here's kind of the behind the scenes, getting into the muck and a little bit of the minutia. We're going to keep it out of the nerd layer and just keep it into helping you understand what SEO is and why you need to know about it and how you can use it for your business. So SEO, search engine optimization. Basically, that's the math and the computer code that Google, that Bing, that Yahoo, that all the other big search engines that they use to connect a user doing a web search to your website. Okay, so right now, it's 2017, there's about 1 billion websites on the internet. 1 billion, it's a lot. So to make sure that a person doing a web search, that they get what they want, SEO is the tool by which we do that. So Google says, hey, if somebody is in Spokane, Washington, and they search for plumber, SEO is part of the magic that says, hey, this person in Spokane, they're looking for a plumber. They probably don't care about this plumber that's in Chicago. Or, yeah, definitely not Philly. If it's a Philadelphia plumber, it's not important. Really, it's about this. The thing with Google that's important to think about is that they're a solution engine. They are trying to solve problems for people. So if you were to type in right now, back pain, chances are Google's going to try to autocomplete your city. Hey, back pain, and then it's going to try to autocomplete Dallas or Houston or Denver or wherever you are. And then it's not going to show you why your back hurts. It's not going to like say, well, here's why you have back problems and start taking you down this path. It's going to start trying to solve it. So it's going to say, oh, back pain, you're looking for somebody to fix this. So it's going to show you chiropractors. It's going to show you doctors. Anyone who's in your area, it's going to start showing you people who say they can solve your back pain. Now, that sounds not important, but this is a big deal because using the chiropractor as an example, right? Let's pretend you're a chiropractor. You've gone to all the right schools. You've got all the right professional associations. You've got all the right degrees. Like you're a bigwig in medicine. When people are looking for you, right? If people are looking for a chiropractor, all they really care about is one thing. Can you fix my back pain? That's it. Can you make my back stop hurting? They don't care what professional association you're with. They don't care how long you've been in business. They don't care if you went to school in Europe. They don't care. All they want to know, can you fix their problem? Now, this is important because as a plumber, as an HVAC company, as an electrical company, your customer has a pain too, right? Chances are they're not looking for a plumber just to get an idea of who's around them. Chances are they're looking for a plumber because their water heater stopped working or their toilet is clogged. This is what's causing the search to begin with. And so your people finding you are in pain. SEO, when you start doing it well, we start calling it optimizing it. It's optimizing it to understand what are those pain points and how do we leverage that for your business. So There are 7 big attributes that Google cares about when they do SEO. These attributes are not weighted equally. They all have like different strengths, different weaknesses. So the first is keyword analysis. So most of you, when I said SEO earlier, that's probably what you thought of. Well, is that just keywords? It's part of it. That's not all of it. In fact, that might be one of the smallest pieces is what are the words that you're using on your site. It's important, but it's only so much important. Second thing, results analysis. So what this means is somebody finds your site. Hey, you say you're a plumber, and can you fix my water heater? What do those people do? What do they find when they click on your page and go there? Is it about kittens? Is your site talking about your son's Little League baseball game last night? If so, your customer's going to leave. When Google sees that behavior, when it sees that the content that they found and what they searched for caused them to leave, it's going to devalue your site in the search result. Right? You're going to get punished. On the other side, if they go water heater repair in Denver and they click on your site and your site appears and they go there and then they stay, Google says, that's the right content. That's the right thing that your customer is looking for. So that's important. The other side is website content. So we're kind of tiptoeing into it with the results. So what is it that they found when they got there? But really, what's the scope of the content? What's the language, right? So if you're a plumber, you do a lot more than just plumb, right? Or if you do HVAC, you do a lot more than just heating and air conditioners and furnaces. We want to break these down. So for a plumber's a great example because you're going to do water heater repair. You're going to do sewer line repair. You're going to do water line installs. You're going to do garbage disposals, right? You're going to do all these other things that are they're not just about you being a plumber or you being an electrician. So we want to flesh those out and create good content, good, rich, meaningful content that your website has. So this is the difference now between, probably you've seen them, a lot of guys, maybe you have a website that's maybe about 5 pages, like a home page, an about us page, a contact us page, right? You're really small. The sites that are really designed to perform well with SEO have lots of pages. They've got pages for, hey, we do water heaters in Alpharetta. So if you're in the Atlanta area in Alpharetta, we got you. All these pages gets fleshed out with its own unique content. That's a big deal. It's a really big deal. The other thing Google looks at, so we have website analysis, results analysis, website content. Now we're going to talk about website code. Now this is where it gets a little bit nerdy. It's the nature of the beast. Google obviously is a bunch of computers. So it doesn't really see pictures. It doesn't have a way of knowing what's the most important thing necessarily. You have to code it into your website. So there's things we call metadata. There's H1 headers. There's schema markups. There's Google tags. These are ways that when you're building and designing your site, you're telling Google what's the important information and what's less important. So you're telling Google, hey, this is our phone number. If people are looking for a phone number, this is the information to pull out. Or you're going in and saying, hey, this page is all about us doing water lines. So Google, pay attention to this. Everything you're going to see here is about water lines. This is the sort of code that gets embedded in. It also is important for pictures. If people do an image search or if Google's looking in all the other data. Again, if you're showing a guy with like a junction box, Google doesn't necessarily recognize that as a JBox. They won't know. So we code into the image with alt data, and we want to say, hey, this is not just a junction box. This is for an electrical contractor in Boise, right? We want people looking for a Boise electrical contractor to see that image when they come up in the search. So all that code goes into it. Keyword analysis, results analysis, website content, website code. Here's a big one, visitor tracking. So this gets touched on at almost every layer of SEO. What Google cares most about more than anything. Sure, they give like things like Gmail and calendar and they help people with websites. What they care about more than anything is user experience. They want to know that you're taking care of people. That's it. So if you are a plumber, they want to know that people around you say, man, you're a great plumber. And when they go to your site, that they go, man, You've got everything I need right here. This is awesome, and they want to stay with you. The problem is, though, most people make a decision on a website. They'll click on it. You do this all the time. You'll Google something. You'll click on a website, and you'll be on a site for less than 3 seconds. You're going to land there and go, oh, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, or this doesn't solve my pain, and you're out. You're going to leave and go somewhere else. The exact same thing is true with plumbers, electrical contractors, and HVAC companies, except you're kind of on hyper overdrive, right? So if you're looking to buy a car, you're going to stay, you're going to do some research. You're not necessarily going to buy it right that second. You might. If you're looking for an HVAC guy, it's because you're sweating hot in the summer and you're in the South and you need air conditioning fixed. So you have a problem and you need it fixed now. So thinking about what your user does when they go to your site, if they stay on your site, if they click to call you, if they download a form, if they watch a video about the services you provide, these are all ways that Google says, you're taking care of people. You're giving them what they want. And when you do that, they reward your site in the search results. The other side of the coin is true, though. If they go to your site, they don't know who you are, they don't know what you do, they don't know your hours, they can't click to call you, they're going to leave your site and they're going to go to your competitor. When that happens, your site gets demoted in the search results. So if you take care of people, if you give them what they're looking for, if you give them helpful information, your site gets rewarded. If they go somewhere else to find it, your site gets demoted. It's as simple as that. So that's visitor tracking. Keyword analysis, results analysis, website content, website code, visitor tracking. We have the last two. These are arguably the most important two. Here we go. Ready? Backlinks. Now, when I say this, a lot of people maybe have never heard this. This is a big deal when you're talking about cultivating SEO. Going back to Google wants to know you're taking care of people. Google measures how well your company is valued, how respected you are, by how many times another website points back to your website. So, Chamber of Commerce, for example. If you're in O'Fallon, Missouri, and you're in O'Fallon, your Chamber of Commerce website better point back to your business. When Google sees that link, it goes, you're trusted, you're valued, you're respectable in the community. Chamber of Commerce is a legitimate source of information. They're pointing you, so you've got to be more credible. That goes a long way. If no websites point to you, if nobody else in the world knows your website exists except for you and your mom, no SEO will work. There is no way to get you on page 1 or page 2 of Google. It doesn't matter what the city is if people don't know you're there because of no links. So this is, some guys say 70% of SEO work is happening in the backlink building. I've seen things as low as 23%. The point is, look, this is a big deal. Backlinks will make or break an SEO effort. If you are not getting backlinks, you will be outperformed by your competitor every day of the week. So backlinks are a big deal. You can't do backlinks without the other 5, because if you're not taking care of people, if they're not having a good experience, if you don't have the right content, nobody else is going to link to your site. It won't happen. So that's number 6. Backlink building, extremely important. Some would say the most important part. No matter what, know that that's huge. Now, this last one is very recent. It's recent as of October of 2016. So it's middle of 2017 right now for me. So it's almost been a year out. This is mobile friendliness. Now, the reason this is important, so this is number 7, mobile friendly. The reason this is important is because more than half of all web traffic this year is on a mobile device. So my little phone right here, half of what's going on the internet right now is coming from a device like this, a little tiny device. It's not coming from a desktop. It's not coming from a laptop. It might be coming from a tablet, like an iPad or a Samsung Tab or something like that. Chances are it's a smartphone. What that means is that more than half of your customers are finding you on a screen that is smaller than their hand. This changes how everything gets laid out on a website. So that means the important information needs to be easy for fat, sweaty, dirty fingers to be able to get to. So they need to know your hours. They need to know your phone number. Don't just tell them what your phone number is. Make it easy for them to click on so that when they're on their phone, more than half of them already are. They just click there. They can call you directly from their phone. It's a big deal. If your site does not perform well on a smartphone, so if it takes too long to load, if the images are too big and it doesn't display right, if when somebody uses a phone and it doesn't perform well, Google will actually demote your entire site. If it does well, it'll has a chance of rising up. Now, part of what we do at Digital Plumber is we do all the work to make sure that everything's responsive. What that means is it's built into the code. You don't have to have a different website for different people. They just go to one website. They just go to yourwebsite.com. And if they're on a smartphone, it looks great on a smartphone. If they're on an iPad, it looks great on an iPad. If they're on a desktop, awesome. Looks great there too. No matter what device, the website is automatically changing to fit that and give them a good experience. That's how we accommodate that. So that number 7, time will tell how important that is. But right now with Google, they're caring about that. That's their most important thing. So even when they're indexing sites, right now they're moving to a mobile first sort of index. They want to know that on a mobile device first, that it performs, looks good, functions well. The word is that they're going to be moving to a mobile only. So it won't even care what your site looks like, feels like, functions like on a desktop. Mobile phone is going to be the only thing that Google cares about. So there's a lot there. There's a 7. Keyword analysis, results analysis, website content, website code, visitor tracking, backlink building, and mobile friendliness. Each one of these has a huge, like maybe let's say anywhere from a dozen to 70 to 100 variables to optimize. So keyword analysis is one thing, but understanding the frequency of them, how to display them in the website where it sounds natural and organic, where you don't derive off a person because you're writing for a computer, that's a whole thing to do. Website content, the website code, the backlink building is a huge challenge. This is one of the services that we provide. So SEO is a great long-term marketing strategy for any sort of service industry. It does have a downside. So where it's great for creating long-term residual leads. The downside is it doesn't happen quickly. So if we had a new client come in, we build it, we get it up going, we do everything we can, we launch it, and it's out the door. Google says it will take between 4 months and 12 months to start seeing SEO results. So this is sustaining long-term results, 4 to 12 months. So it takes time. So while SEO is incredibly powerful and it's important because it helps your customer find you fast, it takes time to get there. It takes discipline, and it takes training, and it takes work. It's not hard, right? We have a proven process. We do it over and over and over for companies all across the country. Big markets, small markets, doesn't matter. It does take discipline. And what we do is we really take that whole concern off of your plate. So most of the guys we talk to, you're probably the same. You've got enough trying to juggle technicians, and you're hiring people, and you're getting calls coming out. Just managing your business is a huge headache on your own. The idea of thinking about, well, how are we getting more leads, and what do you mean website performing well, and what do you mean that's a whole thing that you're tired of butting your head against the wall. So what we do with our clients is we take the SEO, right? We do all that. We do all the work. We build a great site. It's responsive. It works well. It's got the content. We do all the research, all the work. We launch it. We do all the work to build a backlink so that's growing over time. But we don't stop there. We also move to pay-per-click. So this is AdWords. This is Bing Ads. This is saying, hey, while that SEO is growing, it's going to take some time. Let's get you some short-term traffic in here fast. So pay-per-click is a great way to do it. We also take over social media. So, hey, Facebook, Yelp, Twitter, wherever you are, we start giving your customers great content so that they're connected with you, they're engaged with you. When their water heater is on the fritz or when they need a new J-box, you're the first company they want to go to because they have a relationship. It's a big deal. So this is what we do. I would love to know what you think about this video. SEO is a big topic. It's a whole field in marketing, so it's not something that a lot of people can just pick up and do like from an armchair quarterback sort of approach. I'd love to know what you thought. So if this is helpful for you, If you have any questions, comment below. Like this, follow us on the YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, which is Digital Marketing for Plumbers. We'd love to hear what you guys have to think about this, and if there's any other content. Feel free, again, reach out to us at our website, digitalmarketingforplumbers.com. We'd love to talk to you about your business and see if there's something we can do to help you out or help optimize your code or get you out, take some of that stress off of you so you can actually focus on what you want to focus on. We can do that. We generate great results for all kinds of companies, big and small. Most of our companies, I would say, are probably over the $500,000 a year mark. So if your shop is $100,000 or $200,000, we might not be the right fit. But we'd love to still be able to talk to you, maybe give you some free tips and free pointers on what you can do to really take your business to the next level. So thanks, guys. Hope this video is helpful. Again, comment, like, share, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd love to keep these coming to you and make sure we're giving you something that's useful for you. So there you go. Guys, we'll talk to you next time.